Hi, Henry here. Welcome back to part 4 of our video series on how to build a simple game with the Nero Game Engine 1. If you didn't watch the previous videos, the links are in the description. Let's continue. In this video, we are going to build our gameplay using the engine collision feature. As you will see, it's pretty simple to handle collisions with the engine. There are three behaviors we want to implement. The first one is to grab the key, the second is to open the door, and finally the last one is to grab our treasure. In the class sample game, we had a new method called handle collision contact begin. This method has one parameter, the Nero collision object. This parameter stores all the information for the current collision. So for the first behavior, we need to check when there is a collision between our player and the key. If we got a collision, we remove the key from the game. The collision object has two methods to check collisions. We are going to use the one called isObject colliding. This method takes the name of the two objects we want to check the collisions. Let's compile the code now and see what happened. That's great. When we touch the key, it disappeared. Let's go back to the code and add a boolean so we can say the fact that we took the key. I'm going to use a boolean called player has key. I will create it later. For the second behavior, open the door, we check the collisions between the player and the door. If the player has the key, then we want the player to be able to go through the door. Here I want to disable the collisions. I don't know if it will work, but let's try it. Well, I can't go through the door. Let's try to do that in another way. Instead of disabling the collision, I'm going to keep it, but I will make the door a sensor. We can retrieve the door object using the collision method getObject. Then by making the door a sensor, we should be able to go through it. There is a little issue with the speed, but it's working. Let's reset the scene and try to go through the door with the key and without the key. It is working properly. One thing to mention is you don't need to make the door a sensor at each collisions. This is a thing you do only one time, but I will let the code as is for this tutorial. The last behavior of our gameplay is to grab the treasure. The code is the same as for grabbing the key, so let's copy that code and adjust it. Let's compile the code now. We grab the key first. We go through the door. We take the treasure. So it's working. That's great. We did it. Normally, once we took the treasure, we would show a screen to the player saying congratulations, and we may ask him if he wants to quit the game or simply play it again. This tutorial will not cover how to use game screens, so let's add a simple log instead. So here is our log. This is the end of this part 4. In the next video, I will show you how to load your game assets, and we will rebuild our scene using some beautiful textures. In the Engine SDK folder, you have a folder called Resource Pack. Inside you can find a lot of textures. We will use some of these to make our game scene look beautiful. That's all for this video. See you in the next one.